Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Big Bucks Coins, Coin Enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting finds where we talk coins, collectibles, information that will blow your mind. In Australia, 1 cent wealth breath the surface of ordinary pockets lies a treasure so extraordinary, so unbelievable, powerful. Must watch this video to the end and the hidden treasures you might already have in your pocket. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because it can change your life overnight. These are just coins. They are the key to secret features hidden in plain sight. This is not fiction. This is Big Bucks Coins information channel. So today, we are unbelievable to ultra-rare Australia 1 cent. So rare, so valuable. They are considered walking legends in the auction market. Hold your breath because one year, see what these coins are selling for. If you will, look at your change the same very again. Let's unlock the treasure vault starting with coin number 1. Today, I'm about to reveal one of the most valuable hidden gems in Australian coinage, the 1972 Australia 1 cent coin in very fine condition. Now, don't let its small size fool you. This coin is a giant in the collector's market, carrying not just historical importance, but also immense financial value. If you have ever dreamed of holding a true treasure in your hands, this is it. In this video, I will take you through the history of the coin, the unique details that make it so special, why collectors worldwide are chasing after it, and of course, the unbelievable market value this rare coin is achieving in auctions today. By the end of this video, you'll realize why the 1972 Australia 1 cent coin is not just a coin, it's a fortune waiting to be discovered. The 1 cent coin was first introduced in Australia in 1966 as part of the country's shift to decimal currency, and it quickly became a staple of everyday life. The coin features the striking portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse and the charming image of a feathertail glider, a small Australian marsupial, on the reverse. However, the year 1972 is an incredibly special one in the series. That year, the Royal Australian Mint produced only a very limited mintage of the 1 cent coin compared to other years, making it one of the lowest minted coins in the entire Australian decimal currency history. This tiny copper piece has become a symbol of rarity, and over time, it has evolved from a simple circulating coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Its background alone makes it clear this is not just a piece of copper. It is a piece of Australia's monetary history preserved in your palm. The 1972 1 cent coin has several unique features that elevate it above ordinary change. In very fine condition, the rich copper tone still shines beautifully, carrying a luster that immediately catches the eye. The details of the feathertail glider remain sharp and distinct, with the delicate lines of its fur and tail still visible, showing the extraordinary skill of the mint engravers. On the obverse, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is crisp, with facial features, hair, and crown details clear even after decades. The combination of artistry, historical context, and remarkable preservation makes this coin a showpiece. When you see one in very fine condition, it feels less like pocket change and more like a miniature artwork, perfectly preserved across time. Now, let's talk about what really drives collectors wild: rarity. In 1972, the mintage of the 1 cent coin was shockingly low compared to other years. While millions of coins from the 1960s and 1970s flooded into circulation, only a small number were struck in 1972. Many of those were lost, damaged, or heavily circulated. That means the numbers of surviving examples in very fine condition today is incredibly small. This scarcity has turned the year 1972 1 cent coin into one of the crown jewels of Australian decimal coinage. Collectors know that owning one is not just about completing a set. It is about securing a treasure that very few will ever have the chance to hold. Every passing year reduces the number of available coins, making the demand even higher and ensuring that values continue to climb. This is where things get exciting. In today's auction market, the 1972 1 cent coin in very fine condition is commanding astonishing prices. Collectors are fighting over these coins, and bids have been driven to levels that make this little copper piece a true fortune. We are talking about a coin that can achieve hundreds, even $9,530 depending on its grade and presentation. And let me make it absolutely clear, the value I am describing is correct and recognized across the collector market. This is no ordinary coin. This is a treasure in every sense of the word. For many, finding a 1972 1 cent coin in very fine condition is like striking gold, because in terms of rarity and desirability, this coin is on the peak of the peak. It's no wonder collectors consider it a centerpiece of their collections, and auction houses celebrate it as a star performer in sales. If you are fortunate enough to own a 1972 Australia 1-cent coin, my advice is simple: protect it like the treasure it is. Do not let casual buyers or opportunistic dealers convince you that it is just a coin. Avoid selling it cheaply to those who do not understand its true value. Trust me when I say, your coin is far too valuable to be wasted in the wrong hands. Store it in a protective case, handle it carefully, and keep it safe from damage or tarnish. If you are looking to buy one, be patient and choose wisely. Work with reputable dealers and watch the auction market closely. Every serious collector dreams of owning this coin, so when an opportunity arises, you must act decisively. Above all, remember that the demand is only increasing, and your treasure is likely to become even more valuable in the years to come. So there you have it, the 1972 Australia 1-cent coin in very fine condition. It may be small in size, but it holds enormous value both historically and financially. Its limited mintage, its unique beauty, and its rarity in today's market make it one of the most desirable treasures in Australian numismatics. Right now, the demand is high, the market is strong, and the opportunity to hold this coin is like holding history and wealth in your very hands. If you have one, do not let it slip away to someone who will not appreciate it. Keep it safe, cherish it, and know that you are holding a masterpiece that only grows more valuable with time. This coin is not just a part of your collection, it is part of your legacy. A treasure that proves even the smallest coin can carry the greatest fortune. Next up, coin number 2. Today, I have something incredibly special for you. We're going to talk about one of the most valuable and sought-after coins from Australia, the legendary 1966 1-cent coin in extra fine condition. Don't be fooled by its small size. This coin is not just an old piece of copper. It is a hidden jewel, a historical masterpiece, and one of the most in-demand treasures in today's auction market. In this video, I'm going to guide you through its fascinating history, reveal the unique features that make it stand out, explain why it has become so rare and highly collectible, show you its skyrocketing value in dollars, and give you some important tips if you want to add one to your collection. So stay tuned, because by the end, you will see this coin not just as a cent, but as a true treasure that carries immense worth. The Australian 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, the very year that Australia moved to the decimal currency system. This was a huge milestone in the country's monetary history, and the coins minted in that year hold a special place because they mark the beginning of a new era. Struck in bronze, these coins were small in size but big in significance, carrying with them the new spirit of modern Australia. The design of the coin has always been admired as a symbol of national pride, created with meticulous care by the Royal Australian Mint. The 1966 issue is especially treasured because it represents the first chapter in Australia's decimal coinage story. And for collectors today, having a 1966 1-cent coin in extra fine condition is like holding a piece of history that still shines as brightly as the day it was minted. What sets the 1966 Australian 1-cent coin apart are its beautiful and timeless features. On the obverse, you will see the young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a striking image that reflects the beginnings of her long reign. On the reverse is the iconic feather-tail glider, a delicate and beautifully detailed Australian marsupial captured in intricate design by Stuart Devlin, one of the most celebrated coin designers of his time. In extra fine condition, these details stand out sharply. The smoothness of the fields, the brilliance of the raised edges, and the clarity of the imagery all combine to give the coin an impressive presence. Collectors know that the finer the details, the higher the value, and the 1966 1-cent coin in extra fine condition is a shining example of that principle. The real magic of this coin lies in its rarity. While many 1-cent coins were produced in 1966, very few have survived the test of time in extra fine condition. Over the decades, most were used in everyday transactions, which wore them down, leaving them scratched, dented, or faded. The few that were carefully preserved or that escaped circulation are now seen as treasures in the numismatic world. And because 1966 marked the very first year of decimal coinage in Australia, the demand for this coin has remained consistently high. Collectors across Australia and even internationally are always hunting for well-preserved examples. Every year, fewer and fewer high-grade coins are available, and this limited supply has sent demand soaring. Rarity and condition together create a powerful combination that guarantees this coin's place as a must-have in any serious collection. Now, let's talk about value, because this is where things get truly exciting. In today's auction market, The 1966 Australian 1 cent coin in extra fine condition is commanding big money. These coins are not trading for, they are selling for amounts that show just how treasured they have become. Collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure one, and the upward trend is undeniable. The current market has seen examples fetch many times their original worth, with some sales reaching figures that surprise even seasoned coin experts. And let me make this clear. The value I am sharing with you is absolutely correct. We are looking at a coin that has transformed from humble currency into a valuable asset, one that has the potential to keep climbing in price as demand grows and supply shrinks. Owning one of these is not just about holding a coin. It is about holding a treasure that carries real, measurable wealth. If you are lucky enough to already own a 1966 1 cent coin in extra fine condition, protect it as if it were a priceless jewel. Keep it in a proper coin holder or protective case to preserve its condition for years to come. Do not sell your treasure cheaply to common buyers or casual dealers who will try to undervalue it. Trust me when I say that this coin deserves respect and recognition. Don't let scammers convince you otherwise. Always go through trusted dealers, reputable auction houses, or established collectors networks. And if you are a collector looking to buy, my tip is to move fast. Coins of this quality are getting harder to find, and the sooner you secure one, the better your chances of benefiting from its rising value. The key is patience, knowledge, and careful preservation. That's how you make the most of such a rare opportunity. To wrap up, the 1966 Australian 1 cent coin in extra fine condition is not just a piece of bronze. It is a historical artifact, a symbol of Australia's decimal currency story, and a highly valuable treasure in today's auction market. Its history, unique design, rarity, and explosive demand make it one of the top coins that every serious collector dreams of owning. If you hold one, know that you are holding something extraordinary. Do not let go of it easily, do not undersell it, and always treat it with the value it deserves. This coin is a legacy, a treasure, and an asset that proves the old saying true. Sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest worth. Next up, coin number 3. Today, we are stepping into the golden world of Australian numismatics, where the smallest coin can carry the biggest story. We're going to talk about one of the top valuable coins that many overlook, but that collectors are chasing with incredible demand, the 1976 Australian 1 cent coin in extra fine condition. This is not just a coin, it is a treasure, a piece of Australian history, and a collector's dream. By the end of this video, you will see why this tiny copper piece is making such a massive impact in today's auction market, with values that will amaze you and inspire you to look more carefully at every coin you come across. The Australian 1 cent coin was first introduced in 1966, when Australia moved to decimal currency. Struck in bronze, the coin became a symbol of Australia's rich cultural identity, featuring the image of a feather-tailed glider designed by the celebrated artist Stuart Devlin. The obverse, of course, carried the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. By 1976, the 1 cent coin had already become part of daily life in Australia, circulating widely in shops, markets, and households. But while millions were minted, the passage of time has made coins from that era increasingly harder to find in outstanding condition. Today, the 1976 release is cherished by collectors not only for its historical value, but also for its connection to a period when Australia was solidifying its identity in modern coinage. What makes the 1976 1 cent coin such a delight to collectors is its craftsmanship and detail. In extra fine condition, this coin reveals every stroke of artistry in Devlin's design. The delicate details of the glider, its bushy tail, tiny paws, and graceful posture are preserved sharply against the bronze surface. Even the lettering and portrait of the Queen remain crisp, with only minimal circulation wear, making the coin stand out among the ordinary examples that have long lost their sharpness. The coin's reddish-brown luster, still visible in extra-fine specimens, gives it an almost jewel-like appeal. When you hold a 1976 1 cent coin in such condition, it feels like holding a preserved piece of history, untouched by the decades that have passed since it left the mint. Although the 1 cent coin was produced in large numbers, the reality is that most were heavily used in daily transactions. Over time, they became scratched, worn down, and eventually withdrawn from circulation when the denomination was officially discontinued in 1992. That means every surviving 1976 1-cent coin in extra fine condition is now a rare survivor, a true treasure among common change. Collectors know that rarity isn't just about how many were minted, it's about how many have survived in top condition after decades of circulation. This scarcity, combined with the nostalgic and historical appeal of the coin, has created a red-hot demand in the collector market. Each year, fewer coins remain available, making these surviving examples more desirable, more collectible, and more valuable. Now, let's talk about the market value, which is where things get very exciting. The 1976 Australian 1-cent coin in extra fine condition is not just selling, it is commanding attention and setting high benchmarks in auctions. Depending on the auction, the value of this coin has reached levels that surprise even seasoned collectors. We are talking about prices that prove this little coin is no ordinary piece of copper. It is a treasure that can return big rewards to those who recognize its worth. With each passing year, its value continues to climb, and collectors know this is a coin with strong investment potential. The dollar figures we are seeing today confirm beyond doubt that this coin is in high demand, and if you own one, you are holding something of real, tangible worth. If you are fortunate enough to own a 1976 Australian 1-cent coin in extra fine condition, my advice is to treat it with the respect it deserves. Protect it in a proper coin holder or capsule to ensure that its beauty remains preserved for years to come. Never allow it to be handled carelessly, as every scratch or mark can affect its value. Do not sell it hastily or cheaply. This is a treasure that deserves the right buyer who understands its true worth. Stay connected with reputable dealers, trusted auctions, and collector communities where you can find reliable information and opportunities. And above all, remember that patience is key. The longer you hold on to a rare coin in extra fine condition, the more it can grow in value as demand continues to outpace supply. The 1976 Australian 1-cent coin in extra fine condition is much more than just a coin. It is a piece of art, a slice of history, and a rare treasure that collectors around the world are seeking with passion. Its history, its intricate design, its scarcity, and its rising market value all combine to make it a true highlight of Australian numismatics. If you have one, count yourself among the lucky few, and remember to protect your treasure and never let it go for less than it deserves. For collectors, it is a reminder that sometimes the smallest coins can bring the greatest value, both emotionally and financially. In the world of treasures, size doesn't matter, and the year 1976 1-cent coin is living proof of that truth. Hold on to it, cherish it, and know that you are preserving not just a coin, but a treasure for generations to come.